Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about my 3,000 mile review on my 2024 Sportster S 1250. This bike comes with the Revolution Max engine. I have had no issues with this engine at all. It's been very good to me. The upgrades I've done are I've gotten the Saddleman. The Saddleman is pretty dope. I do like this, and it is very, very comfortable. If you do want to upgrade your seat for your Sportster S, I would suggest getting that. I got these bags right here, and the main reason I got the torque bags is because of the price point, and I didn't know if it was going to work. I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it work with the Kenimoto saddlebag mounts. But I was able to get it to work. I have a video on my channel about how I got it to work, but these Kenimoto brackets work very well. I did end up changing out the hardware, so it's a little different. It's not the same hardware that it came with because the hardware that it came with rusted out like the next day, and I didn't like that, so I replaced it. I did flip the mirrors. I just like the way it looks. I think aesthetically it looks a lot better with the mirrors like so. I got my quad lock for my phone to go here. I got this waterproofing bag. This waterproofing bag is nice. It comes with room to put all my stuff. Stick my gloves in there for safekeeping. My biggest thing that I put on the bike so far would have to be my fairing. All right, I got this fairing off of Amazon. It ran me about $100, and then I got the glass from Memphis Shades, and it is the 17-inch. The reason I went a little bigger is because on my trip to Daytona, the wind wasn't that bad, but it hit me in my helmet and caused buffeting. I didn't like the buffeting, so I decided to get it a little bigger, and now the wind goes right over my helmet, and it's a lot more comfortable riding. Yes, I know a lot of people say, why would you get this bike if you're just gonna put a fairing on it? It's not meant to have a fairing, but hey, this is my bike, and I like the way the fairing looks on it. I think it adds to the overall aesthetic with the saddlebag. It hides the giant metal exhaust. I really don't like the exhaust on here, but my bike is currently under warranty, and I like the warranty, so I'm gonna hold on to that. Yeah, this is my Sportster 1250. Let's go ride. All right, so I'm actually more like 3,200. About to hit 3,300, so that's cool. All right, so now that we're on the street, I'm actually gonna do a giant circle because I'm gonna have to come back to this shell right here and pick up some Pepsi for the wife. So with the normal seat, the bike, I don't think is that bad. I think the normal seat is pretty comfortable. Honestly, I think I upgraded just because I do plan on putting a lot more miles on this bike, and after a long road trip, I wanted to upgrade. Saddleman, I've never had a Saddleman seat before. I had a little bit of money, so I thought I'd splurge a little bit. It wasn't that expensive, but that's why I upgraded the seat. But I do read a lot of places that's like the first thing people do is they upgrade their seat. A lot of people don't like the seat. They think it's a sundowner. They don't think it does enough, or it's not that big of a difference. A lot of people don't like the Corbins because the Corbin kind of gets rid of the tail end of the bike and turns it into a seat, which is what I didn't like. I like the Saddleman because it kind of fits with the bike. So that's the seat. Let's see, I got the risers. I think the risers were a good purchase, and honestly, I think if you're trying to do more than just, rip this bike around town and go a little bit more longer distance, the risers are a must. Bringing that position up a little bit more helped me to straighten out my back. Before I was a lot more leaned over, which it wasn't that bad, but I'd be on the bike for about an hour and my back would be sore, and I really didn't want to be uncomfortable. Yeah, a lot of people have opinions about the Sportster S and how it's supposed to be, but this is my bike. I'm gonna build this so it's comfortable for me, and I'll talk about it on my channel. If you like it, cool. If you don't, then that's your opinion, and that's fine. One of the big things I will say I wish this bike had was dual brakes in the front. I don't think the brakes are the best. I think that the brakes are very squishy. If you understand what squishy means, cool. If you don't, then they just don't grab as much as I would like them. This bike has a lot of power and it rips, and when it pulls, it pulls. So like those brakes should come in handy and should work well, but I find myself having to squeeze a lot more than I really should have to because I don't feel like the brakes are engaging on the way. I do wish it had like a dual brake setup, and I know a lot of people do upgrade it to get the dual brake setup, but it's something I'm not able to afford at the moment. Not something I'm really crazy about doing at the moment. Let's see, the range on this bike is about, the most I've ever pushed it is about 125 miles, and it zeroed out, and I was still driving, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go and get to a gas station. Obviously I was on a road trip, so I mean it made sense to try to push it to see, because we were always near gas stations. So but yeah, 125 miles safely without, that's about how far this bike can go. As far as the modes, I think the modes are really cool. I've never used rain mode. I usually ride around in road mode. I have it in sports mode right now because I'm trying to get used to how like twitchy the accelerator is. You just barely twist that thing and it's going. So I'm just trying to get used to that, because I know if I do want to ride around in sports mode and do some pulls, I want to be able to control the bike. So that's why I'm riding in sports mode. Alright, well, I need to find somewhere to turn around. But yeah, let's see, what did I hit? Hit the seat, hit the risers, hit the brakes. I think overall, I hit the ride modes. But yeah, this bike is good. I just think, honestly, I think it's an acquired taste. Here, I'll turn it here. Yeah, I think this bike is most definitely an acquired taste. You're either gonna like it or you're not gonna like it, but there's like no in between. This bike is so fast. Whew. Yeah. This bike pulls. I remember the first time I did a pull, I thought it was gonna fly off. Just the amount of wind that hits you in the face. But yeah, I was saying, this bike, I think it's an acquired taste. I think that you're either gonna like it or you're not gonna like it. But that's just how it's gonna be, one or the other. Alright, so yeah, I think now I'm just gonna head to the gas station, so yeah, we'll just enjoy the ride until I get there. I haven't ridden my bike in probably 2 days just because of weather, and I'm at home, just had a baby. We're a little busy. I don't really have that much time to ride. Thankfully, my wife let me go out today so I can ride around for a little bit, make y'all a video, edit it, post it. Thank you to her. Shout out to my love. All right, so we're on our way back now. Let's talk about longevity of this bike. Will I keep the bike? Yeah, I will keep the bike. I want to take it with me to wherever I go next. Have fun with it. Longevity of the bike. I think I'm gonna keep it. I don't see a need to get a bigger bike as of now. Now my wife does want to ride one, but she doesn't want to go anywhere long distance. So maybe in a year or two, I'll get a road glide, just so she has that extra room in the back. Will I get rid of this bike? It depends on how the finances are at the time. Maybe I'll blow up. I have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube and I'll be rich. Then I can, start giving out bikes for free and doing giveaways and all that. But as of right now, I got like 12 subscribers. So I ain't gonna be doing that anytime soon. So unless I get this bet paid off within a year, when it comes time to get the road glide, I'll probably trade it in. But I love this bike.
Would I want to keep it? Yeah, I'd want to keep this bike. But will my wife ride on the back of this bike comfortably for 200 miles? No, she will not. She ain't about that life. Yo, so it's starting to get a little dark. So I'm honestly interested to see how my camera is gonna hold up, because I did not put it in the night setting. But we'll see. Another cool thing about having the 17-inch versus the 15-inch is I can ride with my visor open and barely get any wind in my helmet, which is nice, because before it was straight in my face, and every time I opened my visor, I couldn't see nothing. It was whack. Didn't like it. Yeah. Should be coming up on the gas station now, but let's close out with some key takeaways. So, I will suggest getting a seat. A seat is a must for this bike. 100% a must for this bike. Then I would say get the risers. If you're gonna be riding for a long time, definitely get the risers. If you're not, then don't worry about it. You don't need to get the risers. The foot position, I ain't really worried about it. It's more for me, my height, I'm 5'10". It's more, yes, they say it's forward, but it's more like forward mid-ish. It's kind of in the middle. My feet aren't way out, but they're also not like under me. I really don't think mids would be comfortable on this, just because it would kind of put my feet like more in a sporty position. But I don't know. I've never ridden with mids on this bike, so I could be totally wrong. But I'm interested to see. And longevity-wise, if you're single, you don't have a girl, or you do have a girl, and y'all just do like little weekend rides to here to the beach, something quick, like 30 minutes tops, hey, it's probably the bike for you, you know? Now, if you're trying to do 600 miles every weekend, definitely not the bike to be too open. Definitely not. So yeah, those are my big ticket items, and I'm at the gas station now. So let's go. Got to pick up Pepsi for the wife. Park the bike here. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. This is the Sportster S 1250. See ya.